And we're back.
Yeah, and we are now talking all about coffee.
Yes.
And joining us for this conversation is the owner of Rick's Coffee. We've got Rick Feldman with us in the house. Good morning and thanks for joining us.
Morning, you guys. Thank you so much for having me. I'm truly honored to be here and share my passion for coffee with Belize and the rest of the world.
Now, I know the viewers know that Marlene also has a passion for coffee as well, as do I. So we're super excited to have this conversation.
We've been sniffing the entire time, right?
It smells really good in here, yes.
It's like perfume.
Yeah.
It's my perfume. I wish there was a coffee cologne. I want to work on one.
You should.
I know. I
wouldn't mind hugging someone who smells like coffee.
Well, before I leave, you give me a hug. I always smell like coffee.
All right, don't push it now, Rick.
Okay.
But let's talk about how you first got into this. You live in Placencia.
Yes.
But you're originally from?
I'm from Los Angeles.
Okay.
But when in the year 2000, I was in a small little town. I tasted fresh roasted coffee, and I realized that is something that I wanted to keep drinking. You know, because you get the subtle flavors. That's really the secret to drinking and enjoying good, flavorful coffee, is to have it within the magic time, which is like from day 2 to day 14 of the coffee being roasted. So that's what we always have. When you see this coffee on the shelf, it's fresh roasted, always fresh roasted.
And so how'd you make your way to Belize?
We were just tired of the rat race in the States, and you know, once we realized that my wife could work with with an internet connection, and I was making coffee for already 9-10 years already from now, so I knew I could come here and just start using Belizean products and make a much better, more amazing soap. And that's what I did. I just kind of carried on. I wanted to bring a product that I knew wasn't here and fill all the local stores with it and let the vendors and everybody benefit from a new product being introduced, made with all Belizean things. I use Belizean coconut oil, Belizean coffee. I use Belizean raw sugar in here, and in all of these liqueurs, and of course in my scrub. So it's basically a Belizean derived product.
How long have you been doing it?
I've been making soap for like 9 years now.
Okay.
Almost 10 years. The liqueur, not
coffee soap.
Coffee soap, yes. It all started from a little article my wife showed me from one of her magazines saying, it's the new model's craze. It takes away cellulite, it takes away bumps, it smooths your skin. And at first I was like, this is a bunch of nonsense. But I researched it and found out that the alluric acid inside caffeine, which is in coffee, really does these amazing things. It smooths your skin, it tightens your skin, it does a lot of great things. So that's when I said, okay, it's not just nonsense. I'm gonna make it for you, and it was so great. I started making more of it, started giving it to my friends, and then they wanted more of it, so it became too expensive to just give away. So I started to make it and produce it and sell it.
And so you started with the soaps, or you started with the scrub?
I started roasting coffee first. I was roasting coffee already for
about
5 years. For me, because I wanted to taste the best roasted coffee, and I bought me a little home roaster and just started roasting lots of coffee, and then it got a little bigger, and the same kind of thing. Friends wanted some, and then I started to sell them some, and then it got a little bigger from that. I started to have a page on my website where I would sell to people, and then when I moved here, I don't sell anymore. I don't have a merchant page on my website anymore. I supply all the local stores, and I'm hoping to sell any restaurants that want to have their own roasted coffee and fresh roasted coffee, or other little shops around here in different areas. Right now I'm very saturated in like Placencia area, but I think more areas would really love to have it. I get people talking to me on Facebook wanting my soap from areas all over the place in Belize.
So first came the coffee, then came the soap.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us, this is the soap here?
This is the coffee soap right here that I'm making now. And the little one, they're both exactly the same as far as what they're made from, but this is a smaller size, a 2.8 ounce, and this is a 5.5. That's for the shower. And the coffee in there is fresh roasted coffee that I grind fresh and then put it into the soap mix. So when you wash yourself with this soap, it's very exfoliating. And if you're highly sensitive to caffeine, I don't suggest showering with it before bed if you're really, really sensitive, because if you leave it on your skin for 30 seconds or more, it will go into your skin and you might be up a little bit, if
so it's more of a morning bar than a night bar.
Right, but if you're not hyped, but just like anything, you have to leave it on your skin for at least 30 seconds for it to actually go in on a molecular level and do something beneficial. And it has amazing benefits to your skin, including it's been proven that it goes after skin cancer cells, abnormal skin cells, and kills them. which is very interesting. It's something that has been...
So it's coconut oil, olive oil, coffee, and natural fragrances. So it's a very natural product.
Yes. And the thing is, and what makes it so
Will
great...
it lather well?
Yes, very well, very well. It lathers up really, really well, real foamy lather, and you want to keep it on your skin for like 30 seconds, like I said, for it to really get and have the effect that you want it to on your skin.
All right. So how then did we get from coffee to all of this?
Well, how the coffee liqueur came about is with this one, that's the cacao. This one is, I went to go, because I love coffee. I'm a coffee fanatic. Probably on your level, maybe even more.
No, you're probably more. You make your own.
I'm more. So I went to go get some Kahlua, which is kind of like the old standby for coffee liqueur. And then I saw a price of $130 or something on there. And I said, hey, why is this so much? And they said the tax is here at 70%. So I decided I'm going to make a Belizean coffee liqueur with all the knowledge I had from extracting flavor from coffee and make an amazing coffee liqueur to offer Belizeans that from Belizean coffee, Belizean sugar, even Belizean rum I use in here.
Oh.
So it's a fully Belizean product. All this and this. After this was really yummy.
So this is alcoholic?
Yes, it's 20%.
Okay.
You can't, be careful with these. It tastes like a milkshake and tastes sweet, but yes. yes, definitely one of those.
Okay, and then you moved from coffee to?
Well, the coffee...
From the coffee liqueur, I should say.
Then it was brought to my attention that from Lyra Sprang of Taste Belize, she said, since you make such a great coffee liqueur, if I gave you some organic, wonderful cacao from my farm, would you be able to make some cacao liqueur with that? So you implementing the same basics and starting same way I started with this, I just added the cacao rather than the espresso that I make with the Belizean coffee, and it came out wonderful after some screening and but it's wonderful. It's actually like it tastes like a chocolate bar, a cold chocolate bar.
So
in
it's
a
alcoholic chocolate syrup.
No
Well,
syrup.
not syrup, it's liquid.
No, it's liqueur.
Ooh, okay.
So it's rich and chocolatey.
We'll start sampling this now. And you have the smaller versions. That's what these are.
Yes, those are little 10 ounces that were requested by the stores.
And how has it been going with these products?
They've been going well. They've been going pretty well. The stores are stocking them. I just think that they're not really known yet enough. They need to be more. I think if more people were aware that they can buy a Belizean coffee liqueur at like a third of the price of Kahlua, there would be more interest in everything. Especially once they try it. So far, this is like 87-0 in a taste test against Kahlua.
Really?
Yeah, it's never lost. Yeah.
Well, because you're using fresh coffee too.
Exactly.
So
It
that's
makes a
really going to
difference.
make a difference.
Very true.
Okay,
Very true.
Did you get a cup?
Would you?
But this morning for our sampling session, it will not be alcohol.
We can. These are for you. We can if you want.
But you actually have your scrub. That's what your...
I did bring some scrub because I wanted you to see and feel what this does to your hands and how fast it actually happens. Which out there, it looks like this out in the stores. I brought this big jar so that everybody here can use some and enjoy it. Yes, but that's what it looks
like. So tell us about the scrubs. How does it work?
The scrub basically it exfoliates your skin. It's made of Belizean sugar. Pardon me. Belizean sugar.
Let's try to soften things up here, guys.
Belizean coffee.
How do we do this?
Just grab a little mound of it in your hand and just start rubbing and massaging your hands really good. Get your fingers.
How it smells.
Yeah, that's the
it smells delicious.
That's the non-fragrance one. All that's just coffee. And rub it in between and you just got to give it 30 seconds. You can.
Probably.
You can. It's edible.
Because you could eat coffee beans,
of
so
course.
you can eat sugar and coffee.
And as this sticker indicates, it's 100%. It is edible. It is edible.
Oh, there we go.
I'm gonna try to do this as gracefully as possible, but I can't promise anything. So
you just massage. Yes, sorry.
Yeah. And scrubs are really popular now.
Yeah, they're very good for your skin because it allows the reason I chose coconut oil as the moisturizing agent here is because coconut oil naturally has antifungal, antibacterial, and anti-inflammatory characteristics to it.
Yeah.
So it does great things for your skin. It helps exfoliate all those dead skin cells that you make new ones of every day. And when you're done with this and you rub it in and you let it sit there for 30 seconds, once you rinse it and then you dry it and air hits it and wind, it'll feel even cooler because you have all those open pores.
Great. And what's the feedback been like from the people who've been using the scrub?
It's been very positive. It's been very positive. I get texts and I get messages on Facebook saying I've used your soap. One of my vendors here in Belize City, Kayla, also she gets a lot of reviews and gets a lot. She's wonderful. She actually goes and texts some of her customers that purchase from her and say, hey, how did you like it? And she sent me a lot of those responses, and they've all been really fabulous and really wonderful. And I've seen it cure some problems on skin, and it's a really great thing.
And some people have problems with dry skin. This would be really helpful in terms of exfoliating.
Absolutely. Not only does it exfoliate that dead skin, but the coconut oil will feed and moisturize your skin. You will see in 2 seconds after.
So you just rinse it off?
Yeah, normally you would want to rinse it in warm water with a running sink, but you know we're going to improvise. We're here on the set,
Don't
so
worry, we'll share the water today.
I know, right?
rinse that and
here's the tissue.
Yeah.
Once that gets rinsed from your hands and you dry it, you're going to feel an instant difference on your hands. Well, you let me know.
Let's see.
When it's warm water, it also helps dissolve any remaining coconut oil on your skin.
Yeah.
Yes, but even if it's just cold and you dry your hands properly, coconut oil is very quickly absorbed by your skin.
Wow.
Your hands feel soft already?
They do.
Feel a difference?
Yeah,
You
they
do?
really do.
And my hands can dry. You know, when you wash your hands a lot, it gets dry really quickly.
That's true.
So this is good. You keep it in the bathroom too. When you're showering or when you wash your hands.
I use it about once a week. I use it about once a week. I have one in my bathroom, one by the kitchen, and it's good to use. It also helps if after you use and cook with like onions or garlic or something. Using that. Right.
Get the smell off.
It gets the smell off and neutralizes all those garlic and onion smells right off your hands.
Okay, that's smart.
Coffee
Because
is-
it takes a while. You usually walk around smelling like onions.
It's true, right? And the coffee in the scrub will neutralize it. It doesn't cover it up. It basically just kind of neutralizes the odor and makes it not existent. Same thing with the coffee soap. It has the same qualities in it.
Oh,
soap.
that is soft. How does your
Yeah,
hand
right?
feel?
It feels great and smooth.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and it feels moisturized.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
That's
right.
what I was gonna
Yes,
say.
Because
definitely.
of the oil.
And the
Definitely.
soap and the scrubs, you use it all over your body, on your face, on your...
All over your body. Yes, that's the thing. That's the beautiful thing about this. There's no chemicals. Normally, commercially made soap has to have chemical hardeners. They use chemical dyes to make it pretty, like, Irish Spring is so pretty and green and white, But naturally, oil, it's just, clear or yellow, opaque. Mine is a little brown, but that's because the coffee, I leave it in there when it's in the oily phase so that, osmosis and diffusion takes place and all of the good stuff in coffee goes out into the oil, which ends up in the base of the soap for you to use on your skin.
So what's the price points for your products? Are they really expensive?
Well, some might think so, but I only wholesale them. I wholesale them to...
Oh, you don't do retail?
I don't really sell. I don't sell to the public. I sell straight to the stores, and by the dozen because I make them. I make very little on each soap. The vendors, I want them to make the bulk of the money, and I make them by the dozen. But there's a lot of stores starting to get it. But if there's anybody that wants my products,
Is it in Belize City yet? Because I know you said you're in Placencia for sure.
There's a young lady in Belize City, Kayla, and she could fill orders on the soap right now.
Okay.
I'm working on trying to get more. If anybody's listening, I need more vendors in different areas, so they can supply all the people who want these soaps. But like I said, if there's anybody in a different area that can't get it, hit me up on Facebook and I will send some to you and make the arrangements.
And that's for anything from your line? The liqueur, the soap?
The liqueurs can only be sold to people who have liquor license.
Yeah.
I can't sell to anybody.
Yeah, because you're doing wholesale.
Yes, I can't sell to anybody who has no liquor. So just bars and resorts and things like that, or liquor stores, of course, free to order.
Okay, and the coffee?
The coffees can be shipped all through Belize, wherever you might want the coffee. I'll send it. I'll ship it through Tropic, through Maya, through BP, MS. Yes.
Okay, and the scrubs as well.
And the scrubs as well. All
Except
of
they
my
come
products.
in a smaller bottle.
Yes, this is how the scrubs normally come. This is a big bulk jar I just wanted to bring for you
Just
guys
for
here on the
us.
set, so you guys can enjoy that, and everybody check it out.
And it feels so good. I can't stop touching my hands. Clearly, I like it. Yeah.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. That's exactly the response you should get. You should get.
Okay, Rick. So, like you said, people get in touch with you on Facebook.
You can get a hold of me on Facebook at Rick Loves Coffee. Also, I have my website, rickscoffee.net. You can catch me on, and that's really all.
And you have an experience too for a coffee experience on the beach.
Yes,
Is
yes,
that what this is?
yes. I teach.
Tell us about that.
I teach a 2.5-hour comprehensive coffee class that involves the history of coffee, how it all began in Ethiopia in 950 AD, all the way to kind of how it became one of the number 2 product traded worldwide. So it's a very, and you do a tasting, a cupping of 2 different coffees done with a French press from 2 different regions of Central America. You learn all about how coffee is processed, how it's picked, how it goes from growing to roasted. And it's really educational, it's really fun.
Nice.
It's a really fun
And you
class.
get your beans from?
I get my beans from different amazing farmers all around southern Belize. Indian Creek, San Antonio Village, Big Falls, Red Bank, all of them I've purchased coffee from, and who I'm trying to encourage to grow more coffee and let that become more of a product that they could sell, and I want to buy it all up. I want to buy it all up.
And the brand itself is just Belizean coffee. That's what you call it?
Yes, it's just Rick's line, rickscoffee.net, Rick's Natural Coffee Products. They all have the same label that I designed with the little Mayan background, you know, and the white background and some coffee pictures, and you'll see my website on all of the.
And the website is
rickscoffee.net.
rickscoffee.net. That's how you can get in touch, and of course you are only doing wholesale, so people can get in touch if they want to sell it in the stores, at any boutiques that they have, or resorts as well.
Absolutely,
Awesome.
Absolutely, they do real well there.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us all the way from Placencia.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, you guys. As I said, it was such a pleasure to meet you guys. I'm a big
it's a better
fan.
time to shake
soft
your hands now.
you guys.
All right, we're going to go ahead now and take that final break. When we come back, we'll have a wrap-up, so stay tuned.